Hi everyone, I've got some great news. I really have. I did a video a few days ago about Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and I said the progressive movement needs somebody like Tim Canova to beat her in the midterms, or we need somebody, a real progressive, to beat a big name Democrat such as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in the New York 14th district, who was primarying Joe Crowley. The primary was yesterday. She's only gone and won. This is brilliant news. It really is. This is the moment she won. Just watch this because the look on her face is just tremendous.
She's right here. I can't believe it. She's looking at herself on television right now. How are you feeling? Did you put it into words? No. I did not put this into words.
I cannot believe these numbers right now, but I do know that every single person here has worked their butt off to change the future with their state. That's what I know. That's what I know. And that this victory belongs to every single grassroots organizer, every working parent, every mom, every member of the LGBTQ community. Every single person is responsible for this.
So that's brilliant. It really is. What I said in that video about Debbie Wasserman Schultz was the reason why it's important is because if a big name was to go like that, the media, the mainstream media, I'm talking specifically CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, Washington Post, these big corporations that have a massive reach, they have to start taking notice because so far they've pretty much ignored progressive challenges and this progressive push from the left that the Democrats are seeing. She's won and they're taking notice. I mean, I believe Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is actually on Morning Joe this morning. So we'll see what's in that. I might do a video about that later. This is how it was broken, though, from the Associated Press. U.S. Representative Joe Crowley defeated by young challenger in Democratic primary in New York. So they didn't even mention her name. So this wasn't good. And as somebody responded there, her name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Many people made that, including Susan Sarandon, who said her name, say her name. They did do a report with her name about an hour later. This is a huge win. I can't state this enough. It's massive. It's massive. I mean, just look at this. This is the amount raised and the amount spent. Just look at that amount spent. $3.4 million he spent. She spent less than $200,000. So he's outspent her. It's not by he's outraised her by 10 times the amount, and he's outspent her by 17 times, and she's still beat him. This is incredible. It really is incredible. This is the margin of victory with 85% of districts reporting. 15 points. That is huge. This is what a grassroots campaign can do. She didn't go for television advertising. She didn't go for, this corporate spending that they do. She went old school, got a group of people around her and knocked on doors for 18 months straight. This is just brilliant. It really is. She stood for Medicare for all. She stood for, I think, free college and all the progressive, the progressive platform that we would expect somebody progressive to run on. And she's also loud she wants to abolish ICE. The primaries against Joe Crowley, she was fierce. She called him out on corruption every chance that she got. This is the way they've got to fight. This is the way progressives have got to fight, and it's fantastic to see. Now, CNN have taken notice, as I said, and she's on MSNBC this morning. This is what I found from CNN, how they reported it. I think this was on Don Lemon's show.
This is a big upset here. What's going on?
This is a huge upset. Nobody thought that Joe Crowley was going down. Yes, there was some, noise on the left that there was going to be a real challenge. The Intercept really got behind Joe Crowley's progressive challenger. but there was no sense that this was going on. But this is not an isolated incident. In the 9th District of New York, Yvette Clarke is in a lot of trouble tonight. In Maryland, Governor Ben Jealous, who's the left-wing candidate in that race, is doing particularly well. So it does seem, if there was some argument before tonight that there wasn't a lot of energy on the progressive side of the Democratic Party, there certainly was this evening.
So let's talk about her a little bit more, okay, Harry? Because she is running obviously to his left, right? To Crowley's left. It says even with universal health care, a federal jobs guarantee, and the abolition of ICE headlining her demands, Crowley has a formidable liberal record to lean on. So she is young, but
she is young. She's also a minority candidate in a district that is now majority minority, and she's a woman in the year of the woman. But to me, it's amazing that Joe Crowley really didn't have a fire in the fence, right? He was a very liberal congressman, but he wasn't liberal enough.
Yeah. What does this say to you about this race? Because I saw you just before the show. You said this is big. We're paying attention to what happened in Staten Island, especially because of Grimm and Grimm going to jail and all of that. Should we be, same question I asked Chris just moments ago, should we be paying more attention, you think, to Democratic primaries instead of so much focus on the Republicans?
Absolutely. I mean, look, Democrats have a decent shot at taking control in November, but more than just for this year, I think it's a preview of the 2020 primary season, the presidential race, and there could be a lot of energy on the left, and it does seem to me that you just can't be against Trump. You have to stand for something, at least in the primaries tonight.
He ranked.
What have channels like mine been saying? I mean, I've been saying this ever since the very start of my channel, since February. Other people have been saying it for years. You can't just be against Trump. You have to stand for something, and this is what's going to beat Republicans in both 2018 midterms and 2020. This is huge, and it couldn't have come at a better time. You know, there's going to be a lot of focus now on democratic socialist people running, if you want to call them that. It's going to be ace. Brilliant. Well done, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I want to say hats off to Joe Crowley as well. He seems like he's took this on the chin. He accepted it like a man. He's thrown his weight behind her and said that he'll support her in the midterms. This I found as well. He dedicated, when he at his party, he's meant to be his after party, I suppose. He actually played the guitar and sang "Born to Run" and dedicated it to her. So well done, Joe Crowley. You are neoliberal, but hey, at least you can take defeat like a man, and that's a gentleman. Well done. New York Post, of course, went a different way. They've started straight away with the red baiting, red alert, young socialist. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. If you really want to go down that route and start trying to smear socialists and that's your tactics, you're going to lose if that's the case. You really are. That's going to excite nobody but people on the right anyway. And this was the President of the United States, just to show how stupid he is. Wow, big Trump hater Congressman Joe Crowley, who many expected was going to take Nancy Pelosi's place. That's true. Many did expect him to take over as House Minority Leader. Just lost his primary election. In other words, he's out. That is a big one that nobody saw happening. I did. Many people did. Perhaps he should have been nicer and more respectful to his president. Dude, that's not why he lost. And if you think that Crowley was a Trump hater, man, you ain't seen nothing yet, because Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, when she becomes Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in February, you've got your hands full. And if more people like her get elected, if you end up with 15 or 20 Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes in the House elected in 2018, and then another 50 or 60 in 2020, it could be seismic. This could be the start. This could be when the revolution really, really gets momentum. Well done, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That has made my day. If you enjoyed this video, please click the bell down there and subscribe so you get a notification of next time I drop a video. Also, I can't do this without your help, so if you can afford it and you enjoy my videos, please support the channel by subscribing to my Patreon. Link is down there. You can do it for as little as $1 a month, and it really does help. If you can't afford it, that's fine. Please share my work and talk to other people about the issues that I bring up. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time, peace and take care.